Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. Today's battle's in the new game mode called Onslaught, which is a 7v7 tier 10 battle. It's likely to replace the ranked battle system. As you can see, it starts much earlier than the normal games. This gives you the option to change your vehicle before you go into battle, and also choose your loadouts, and basically you can see what the other players on your side are doing. So you get a bit more time to choose what you're doing. You can change your consumables even, so if you haven't remembered to put food on, you can add that and that sort of thing. And you can also add various other components to your tank. Now, you also get fog of war, so you can't see what the enemy team composition is. Alright, now if you have a look at the mini-map, you can also see some additional circles here. Two different symbols there. One is for field artillery, and the other one is the recon mode. So if you capture those areas, you get the benefit of that whatever that item is. So think about how that works with front lines, for example. For artillery, it's pretty much the same mode, so you can basically target an area, and a couple of seconds later the artillery shells land and can do damage to your enemy. Alright, so you can see T-100 LT getting to the recon mode first. Now, one of the benefits of recon is it undoes the fog of war, so you can see not just the enemy types but also their disposition as well. So all of a sudden, bang, they pop up. Now you can see the comm center. Actually, it's not air comm center, it's the recon mode. It's got a lot more features in the game, so I'll put the link to the game mode guide in the description here. But you can see, okay, we're following apmate or apmate. It's changed from a light tank to a medium tank, so he's in the T-62A now, and punishing this Panzer E100 or Jagdtarget E100. And they found a VZ55 here that they're all just about to gang up on, so it's just waiting for company, which he has now, and they'll come here and get rid of this VZ. It does take a hit there, but you can also see messages to show that the enemy's captured an artillery spot, so they'll use that against whatever targets are closely clumped together, just like you do in the other game modes. So you need to sort of study the event guide, I think, because some of these features actually operate on a keystroke, so you can't just activate it with your number keys. But you can see down the bottom you've got 7, 8, 9, and they'll activate once you capture that particular area. And there's a cooldown, so you can, if you don't capture it or someone captures it after the cooldown, you can basically capture it again and take advantage of that thing. And some of these features have also got different levels, so that you get more capability out of that particular feature than you do from the first level. So that adds a bit to the gameplay. But in 7v7, it tends to pay to keep your team close together, but as medium light tanks, it's not so advantageous on this particular map. So, but they come back here to take advantage of these tanks. And you can see the tanks that he's firing on are all occupied by other tanks, so he's able to get side shots in most cases, but he's also not getting targeted by these tanks here. So just continuing to punish that object 277, but the 277 just not paying attention to him. So he's been careful obviously not to stay in front of their guns, particularly if they start realising that he's there, so he's backing away here. This is just good play, of course. Now, one of the other aspects of this game mode, of course, it's very ranked battle-like, so you do earn prestige points through the game based on the tank type that you're in and the actions that you take in that tank type. But at the end of the game, depending on where you finish, you get ranking points. So you can basically rank up and get more rewards through that. But I think one feature of the game mode is if you want to create platoons or teams, you need to be within a certain distance of each other in terms of ranking points. Yeah, I'll see at the end in terms of the results, just how that, or some of that works in terms of the scoring. But here we go, they've managed to reduce the enemy team down to 2 tanks. Object 277 now left on 9 hit points, I think it is, and T-63. So it puts a snapshot in there. And doing some nice shooting across the map here. And not getting spotted, of course, because of the view range here. So one more shot and he's, just low rolls, leaves him on a small number of hit points. And he doesn't last long, so now it's just the Object 277. And of course, there's a cap area, so it's similar to encounter mode. You've only got one cap area, but the enemy can jump onto one of these capability points and get more of those functions. So it looks like potentially the 277 is going to pick up artillery mode, which could be a bit dangerous. He's also, compared to the 277, he's almost one-shottable, I would say, but there are 2 of them, so as long as they act in concert, they should be able to deal with this 277. So still 4 minutes to go. And he's not spotted yet. Oh, now he is. Okay, he's just come around the corner. And here we go. So he's been spotted. Starting to work up artillery mode. Or artillery mode's getting ready. Just goes off a bit too early, but I think that was the enemy doing that. And it's actually done damage to apmate. And he then finally gets taken out by an artillery strike launched by the T-100 LT. So there you go. That's Onslaught mode. But great performance there from apmate. We'll go and look at the detailed results. So I got the results of the Onslaught battle here. As you can see, got a slightly different format. You can see the rating points he earned, as well as the normal things. One of the things you can note is that it's all tier 10 and you can earn bonds while you're playing. So very similar to ranked battles. And we do think it's going to replace ranked battle mode. But other than that, there's also missions related to the mode. And awards that you can get as well, so things like emblems, etc. So just based on your performance and playing the game repeatedly, you can pick up points to earn those things. But let's look at the team score first. So apmate has finished on top there, so well played, top experience and damage, in fact damage by a long way. And T-100 LT came in next, not surprisingly, by lasting to the end, and that Object 277 that they left on 9 hit points has finished with 4k damage too, so good work there for that player there. But more importantly, economics. So how does that work? So apmate is running a standard account, so not getting the benefit of premium, but it was a payout of 50,000 credits there for completing the mission, so let's take that out of the equation. It's finished with a total of 42,000 credits, so he would have lost slightly, but if you look at the premium account list there, he would have come in front by about 20k. So that's based on the ammunition choices he was making, so he wasn't using premium ammunition, at least not that often, which was a good choice. And he's using standard consumables too, so it didn't pay a lot out there. So yeah, it is possible to earn credits even at tier 10, and there you can see also the bonds that are being earned as well. So yeah, so it's very much equivalent to standard game mode in that context. Now, one of the other things I didn't mention in the mode is that yeah, based on your tank type, you've got roles that each tank type plays, and again, that's very similar to the way ranked battle works. So I'd suggest, yeah, you look at the event guide, which I've linked below. But it is a pretty fun game, and as you can see, and of course the stats are completely different from your in-game stats. So if you're a bit worried about giving this a try and not being used to it, then you shouldn't affect your normal stats. So yeah, worth having a go. So we'll just wrap up now. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do that, and we'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.